clear in making a point over here. When you give majalis, a lot of those under the minbar have not read the finer parts of Shia history. Therefore, they come with a worldview without having read the finer parts. Because you know what some say? Imam Ali alayhi salam, look how much he loves Fatima Zahra, but he did not use Fatima Zahra to break the Muslim Ummah's unity. So therefore, we shouldn't speak about Fatima Zahra alayhi salam because Imam Ali himself didn't mention it for the sake of the Muslim unity. Why do you then attack Muawiyah in your majalis or Shia? Did not Imam Ali's son make a sulh with him? If your criteria for the sake of Muslim unity is that if an imam makes peace with the leadership, therefore do not mention anything bad about the leadership, then why are your majalis full of attacks on Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan? Let go for the sake of Muslims. Let it go. Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam did not use Karbala for the sake of Muslim unity. So why do you have majalis for Karbala? Imam Zayn al-Abidin didn't keep talking about Karbala. Someone says, but he gave a khutbah in Sham. Imam Ali gave a khutbah called Shaqshaqiyya. Why do you conveniently forget it? You see, that khutbah Shaqshaqiyya is when Imam Ali made it clear, never, ever accuse me of remaining passive or silent about the wickedness and deviation that took place after the Prophet died. Every Shi'i on earth, I'm going to say this now, I'll take it to my grave. Whoever wants to listen to me can listen. And Ayatollah al-Mar'ashi al-Najafi, may Allah bless his soul, in one of the stories he narrates about Imam al-Hujjah, he says Imam al-Hujjah, when, of course, he didn't know it was him until he had left him, he said, he told me, memorize Shaqshaqiyya. Every Shi'i household, every Shi'i, whether your parents teach you or you don't, you should teach yourself Shaqshaqiyya. You should memorize Shaqshaqiyya. Because Shaqshaqiyya is the moment Imam Ali alayhi salam turns around and says, don't accuse me of being silent. Don't accuse me that I forgot what happened after the Prophet died. Beware. By Allah, the son of Abi Quhafa dressed himself with the Khilafah, with the Caliphate. And he knew that my position in relation to it was the position of the axis in relation to the handmill. The flood water flows down from me, and the birds cannot fly up to me. I put a curtain against the Caliphate and detached myself away from it. So I began to think, should I assault? Or should I endure calmly the blinding darkness of tribulation? That's the Islam you're proud of? Should I assault? Or should I endure the blinding darkness of tribulation, wherein grown men become feeble, young become old, and the true believer acts under strain until they meet Allah? So I decided to endure, and I adopted patience, even though there was a pricking in the eye and suffocation in the throat. Imam Ali did not mention Fatimiyyah. What do you think the lines of Shaqshaqiyya are? A human has one small thing stuck in their eye, wallah, they'll make the whole household go crazy. I can't see. Can you get me water? Come please, get me hot water. I can't see. A small thing. Imam says, I had a pricking in the eye because of this, and my throat was suffocated. I saw my inheritance plundered in front of me. And then when he passed away, he gives it to Ibn al-Khattab. And they shared its others strictly amongst themselves. Why don't you mention these lines about Imam Ali from Nahj al-Balagha Sermon 3? Why? Why do you conveniently pick and choose what Imam Ali you want? I myself have given majalis, alhamdulillah, with tawfiq, biographies and majalis on Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. I don't pick and choose Ali ibn Abi Talib. At the moment, what I see in Shi'ism is people picking Ali ibn Abi Talib and choosing. Oh, our Imam would never ever speak out like this for the sake of Muslim unity. Have you read the biography of Yahya, the son of Tawil? You who come and tell us that, you know what, we shouldn't speak out openly. Yahya, the son of Tawil. Ask many of the Shia. Who's Yahya, son of Tawil? Who is he? Imam Zayn al-Abidin's companion. Outspoken. Hisham ibn al-Hakam. Mu'min al-Taq, companion of Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Outspoken. Mu'min al-Taq was reprimanded by Imam al-Sadiq. Yahya ibn Tawil was reprimanded by... Stop making it out that our Imams and their companions were all passive. Our Imams and their companions, there were moments they observe a will or advice from someone higher than them, and sometimes they speak out against injustice. Now, with the way we are heading, honestly, with the way that we are heading, soon, no more Fatimiyyah majalis. Because people are saying that, you know what, if you talk about Fatimiyyah, then you're going to attack Muslim unity and it's going to finish Muslim. So let's stop Fatimiyyah majalis. No more Fatimiyyah majalis. No more books on Fatimiyyah. There are authors who have books about how Fatima Zahra died who are now saying, don't talk about Fatimiyyah. I'm not understanding. It's like telling a kid at school, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. When the kid talks about outside school, why are you talking about it? Okay, Baba, stop teaching it then. You can't have Fatimiyyah majalis the whole year. And then when the Shia want to talk about it, you're like, but don't talk about it. Okay, so why are we being brought up in our madrasa system? Being told Fatima Zahra went through this, Fatima Zahra went through that. And then when we want to talk about it, don't talk about it. So what, shall we scrap Fatimiyyah? Because the way we're heading as Shia, our identity is now everything's going to be hidden. Why? Why? Why can we not give our narrative? Other schools in Islam can give theirs. They can agree to disagree with us. They can agree to agree with us. But people should be allowed to give their narrative. Therefore, Imam Ali alayhi salam in Shaqshaqiyya, do you know what he said? The religion became a religion of deviation after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa died. Imam Ali, why are you breaking the unity of Muslims? Why are you mentioning these lines? Religion of wretchedness, wickedness, deviation. That's where Islam went. Where's Imam Ali's unity? Or do you conveniently forget Shaqshaqiyya? So therefore, did Imam Ali alayhi salam stand up? He did. He held the throat, the neck, placed the person on the ground. He said, but the will of Rasulullah says, let's go. We have to have a pledge from Ali. Even, do you know how they got the pledge? Someone put his hand on his hand. That's it. That's a pledge. And we know in Islam, there's no such thing as a forced pledge. Person has to give it willingly. Otherwise, the pledge is not even accepted. But you see, that extent they went to. They went to that extent where they were ready to burn a house. Fire everywhere outside that house. Imagine.